Hello and welcome back to Disco Elysium. I'm locked out of my hotel room and I stink of corpse. Let's try and resolve this. We had a very successful investigation last time where I think we managed to absolutely nail a field autopsy, mostly through luck. And now I need to persuade this annoying man to let me use the room.
Can I help you?
Maybe he won't. I will pay you back tomorrow. I'm an honest cop. As a police officer, you must understand that I cannot take you at your word without evidence. Oh, you smart bastard. He pauses, realizing the contradiction in his statement. Evidence being money. You can't stay here without money. I know you've changed the lock. I've just checked. Okay. I guess we'll have to pawn those off so I can have a thing. But that's fine. That is absolutely fine. I'm in good spirits. I want to get in my room. I want to sort out everything. I feel so awful keeping Kitsuragi up late because I think I've broken the whole him going to bed thing because I haven't got my room back yet. I feel like a massive asshole over that. Look at the back, I suspect transport closure. Look at the transport. Yep, already done this. Already done this. Something about a pawn shop. Yes, the Bird's Nest Roy. Near the canal, we've been there. If I'm not mistaken, it should be open late. You can pawn items. Thanks, I appreciate your help. Sent nods at you as you take the spinners. Leave. Kitsuragi, you're a good guy. You're a really good guy, and I really, really hope that nothing bad happens to you. Hello there. Plastic wrap macaroni stamped with humanitarian aid. Speaker from the people of Samara. Humanitarian aid tuna fish, not for resale. Okay, so they're all humanitarian aid things. Well, I need to investigate the bullet for sure. And I might be able to find pieces of armor. I'm not sure how many pieces of armor there are. Sorry, I'll say that every time I go to the waterfront. Seeing as I was told they'll be in the waterfront and then they were not in the waterfront. Hello, what's this? Wow, a very large red t-shirt with an impressive print stands out from the other garb. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. The print depicts a muscled man striding toward you, a giant sword in each hand encircled by burning embers. Behind him is a cluster of cabins engulfed in flames. Beneath him are the words, Hjelmdal burning. Sounds pretty cool, I'd buy that shirt. The antlers on the hood of the man's cloak and his piercing blue eyes are familiar. We'll sniff the t-shirt. Smells like worn cotton and a little old sweat there. Worn cotton with a side of flea market or trash bin. Sniffing is okay, says the shopkeep, but please don't try anything on. Can't have you leaving your photon emissions in the fabric of things you're not going to buy. You're not imagining it. Photon emissions? What is he talking about? How much are you selling this t-shirt for? 2 real. The lieutenant raises his eyebrows. That's dirt cheap. Cool, I'll think about it. That's a weirdly good t-shirt, but I need to talk to him about money first. And
Great
Greetings on this fine night. What brings you here?
It's cool that you're how come you're still open?
The pawn shop is always open.
Is Roy high? Feeling warm and enthralled by the movement of light while the mind continues to race forward, lucky bastard, he's probably on Pyrrholodon. It's tough to come by on the street. What is Pyrrholodon? A drug developed by the military to treat and prevent radiation sickness. It has psychedelic side effects, and it makes your eyes turn yellow. Right, I have a Russian friend who used to buy the anti-radiation drugs from soldiers when he lived in Russia because he was too broke to afford real drugs. And that shit is awful. He told me about it, and fuck me, that sounds like a really bad time. I want to deflect this. Look around. Is it just really warm in here? He tilts his head. I tried to keep the shop at a comfortable temperature. I didn't mean to offend you. Yes. I have something to sell. Yes, we'd like to sell these hubcaps. Lieutenant steps in and hands him the spinners. Roy takes the hubcaps from the lieutenant and inspects them. The spinners appear iridescent in the dancing lights of the pawn shop. He marvels at the cobalt shimmer and nods. Yes, these are very, very good. Did you defraud some foreign prince for them? Jump a mesk banger, no matter, I'll give you 200 real. No one was defrauded or jumped, I assure you, the lieutenant explains, as the pawnbroker opens the register and counts the cash. Of course, I meant no offence. 200 real for you, officer. Delightful doing business with you. Do come again. Thank you. He takes the cash and turns to you. There's the 130 real you need for your bill. Do not waste it. The rest goes in his pocket. The rest is for him to compensate for the pain of being separated from his radiant spinners. Anything else? I'd like to sell my clothes. I'm not purchasing any more clothing at the moment. He looks up here quickly. I don't have anything to access your point. I'm not selling him a photo of a corpse. Check my pockets. I'm not selling him the handkerchief because that's not mine. Neither is that. I don't know what these postcards do. I'm not selling that because I should really give it back and I feel bad about having it in the first place. I've got nothing to sell. I don't have anything to sell. I will leave. I am drug-free still. That's a pretty good shirt. And apparently cheap. Welcome to Yelmdal, officer. Now, these toys I looked at earlier. Maybe, I mean, it's cheap, right? So, don't mention this figurine is supposed to be lucky. Always carry it with you. He grins. Win her back. Yes, buy something nice. A figurine. Oh, then use it to win her back. Inspect the knights on horseback. Big men on big horses, clad in lamellar armour and carrying flintlocks, the kind that would mow down a line of enemy soldiers in the blink of an eye. Who are they? Franco-Nigerian... That is the weirdest real-world word. Like, this place I thought was fiction, right? Franco-Nigerian. So, French-Nigerian knights. What a combination. He looks at the dusty figurines in the dim light. I used to be very serious about these guys. Inspect the blue uniforms. They're not all blue. These figurines also wear gold coats and caps complemented by orange trousers. They are variously posed, wielding swords and rifles as bayonets. Wait, this looks like Rene, the old guy who was playing Petanque. This is what the lawyers look like. Yes, he inspected the figurine. At first, then they wised up and got camouflage. That is too real. What exactly are these? Which ones? The man peers from his blast box. Ah, royalist soldiers from the time of the revolution. The uniforms are painted a bit too brightly, I suppose. Inspect the figurines in racks. This set of soldiers is meant to look impressive. A few have rifles, most of them carry pistols, some even shovels and tool sticks. Are these even soldiers? You're probably talking about the revolutionaries, yes? The man behind the glass answers, yes, they are soldiers, revolutionary soldiers. I think their poverty has been exaggerated for effect. When you place them next to the royalists, it doesn't seem like they could possibly win. It is impossible to win against the cohorts of capital. Ask my friend Guard, whose bitch it made me. I wish it was more nuanced. As it stands, I cannot comment. I don't like either set very much, to be honest, but there are many parents among my customers. Well, that was really interesting. That's very interesting. Time to go pay and wash my hands. Because at the very least, I wonder if you can get through this without hawking the hubcaps. Or if there's a chance that Kitsuragi won't help you with that because he doesn't trust you or similar. But at the very least now, I feel like we're in a better position because we can get the room back in whatever condition it's going to be. Kitsuragi hasn't gone to sleep yet, which I think is entirely down to me failing to have got my room back.
Can I help you?
About the money I owe. I have your money. He glares at you suspiciously. Well, do I apologize or do I just give it to him? No harm in being polite. Here it is. Sorry for the trouble. Great, thank you, officer. That's all I wanted. Payment for services rendered. If you continue to stay here, I just ask that you please pay your nightly bill in advance starting tomorrow. I'll unlock the electronic lock to your room. He taps his foot against a metal box installed in the back at the bar, and all doors lock automatically at 9 PM. Please pay for each night in advance starting tomorrow, 20 real per night. He opens his wallet. I'll take a room here too. Of course, he takes the money and hands him a keyring. Always happy to have officers from the RCM as guests. Anything else I can offer you? No, that's fine for now. Oh, hello. Hey, so we've been monitoring you internally and now we know your copotype. What the heck? A copotype, right? I'm probably a sorry cop, right? Wait, there are copotypes? Yes, guess what yours is? Sorry cop? I'm sorry, I'm not so sure. I'm pretty sure I'm sorry cop because I just said sorry for, you know, yeah, whatever. I'm sorry you had to sorry cop? I'm sorry, I'm not sure. I'm sorry you had to monitor me. There's two sorry options. Cool cop? No, you're the sorry cop, the cop who's sorriest. Let's make it official then, shall we? Okay, but what are the other copotypes? Oh, you know, Apocalypse, Superstar, the Advanced Interesting Cop, Liquid Shadow Cop. But you're too sorry to say those things, so here we go. Okay. I'm not opting into being a sorry cop. There's a point where you have to move on from your mistakes, and apologising only gets you so far. You have to take positive action. If you're apologising for years, more than likely you're not actually making any changes, and you're just kind of mitigating the effect of your own shitty behaviour. So let's try and not be a sorry cop, yeah? I changed my mind. No, you don't. Come on, you'll be back to saying sorry in 2 minutes. Stop wasting time and begin the repentance. No, I'm really not sorry. Fuck off. Wow, okay, fuck off. Maybe we're wrong about you then. Check out this big balls on fire cop. No, really, like, come on. It is one of those real serious things where you can't just apologise your entire goddamn life.
Yes.
Okay, he's still... Yeah, we're still doing that. I wonder if he'll be in the room that the woman was in before. Yeah, I mean, there's nothing worse for your well-being than feeling like you must apologise permanently. It doesn't work. It's really not good for you, and it doesn't mean much. Good night, Lieutenant.
Just a moment. We should talk about our progress on the investigation. Let's go out to the balcony.
Yeah, sure, let's do it. It's nearly midnight. That's fine. Why does this game speak to me at a deeply personal level? Midnight meetings to discuss progress. In the middle of the night, out in the rain. In some random place that you're not familiar with a hotel you can barely get into. Jeez. For clarity, I don't mean in police work. I mean in other parts of my life. I don't do police work. The air outside is brisk. The lieutenant is silent for a moment. He listens to the traffic hum, then...
Now then, we should talk about the investigation. But I also feel you're a bit hazy on the RCM. Our role here, our rights, our jurisdiction, basically.
Oh, you're a smoker. Right. So what are our powers exactly, the RCM? Actually, no, I should just let him speak himself. Say nothing, just look into the night. The dying lights of the city shimmer below. Slowly, like luminous clouds, they pass in his lenses. The lieutenant looks at The lieutenant looks at his slim cigarette, contemplating the next... I really like it when I can take takes. You can't take takes in recording like this, so I end up sounding really bad. I'm quite good at reading lines, but I don't do live acting, so whatever. The lieutenant looks at his slim cigarette, contemplating the next drag. An aerostatic passes overhead, the whiskers of its floodlights on the ground below. Kitsuragi's glasses light up as he looks up to the sky, two glowing circles. Finally, he pulls on the cigarette and says, "They really don't like us here, and the mouth on that kid Kuno is different inland. It's different inland, in Jamrock and the GRIH. Why are they like this? It's our fault for leaving this place to the dogs, to the Union, to the company, not daring to come here more often. This place has fallen between the cracks, the jurisdictions of our two precincts. And in Jamrock and the GRIH?" He looks at the dark silhouette of the equestrian monument cutting into the night sky and says, "We run this city. West of the river is RCM land. It's incredibly hard. Human beings are," he shakes his head, "but we are in control, and it's worth it. The organization works. Our systems work. If they didn't, this city would disintegrate. I hope our investigation will help improve the situation here, at least do some good." "Me too," he says quietly, "but I wouldn't count on any drastic changes in our lifetimes." He is very tired, but the dark circles under his eyes make him look younger, not older. So what are our powers exactly, the RCM? They're quite limited. Actually, the power officers of the Revachol Citizens Militia exercise most frequently is imposing fines up to 1,000 real for offences in accordance with an interdepartmental schedule. Wouldn't that be an easy power to abuse? Yes, although indirectly, as citizens can always request records from the local station. Officers of the RCM have been known to take bribes of less than the prescribed fine amount, he frowns. It undermines trust in the RCM. Why not more? The RCM's primary role is to ensure safety. We're not really supposed to play any part in the economic structure of Revachol. Okay, what else? You can arrest people, of course, but rather than bringing someone in directly, it's preferable to serve a station call slip. It prevents confusion and overcrowding. Right, how can you be sure the arrestee will show up? You can't. Those who don't show up become fugitives, though, and have fewer legal rights when they are eventually caught. It's about power projection. Thus far, they seem to mostly show up. I see, and if someone resists? As you may have gathered from the fact that we are expected to carry a record of our kills, like the one in your watermarks, we are permitted to use whatever force is necessary, and strongly admonished not to abuse that power. Never ask someone that question unless you're very, very close with them. Wait, so if I kill someone while on duty, you have to supply compelling evidence for why it was necessary to use lethal force. In these cases, your partner is usually a witness. Not a good position to be in, by the way. Internal Affairs handles these cases thoroughly by cross-examining you for inconsistencies. It is hard to cover for anyone, which is for the best. What happens to the people we convict? We don't convict. We arrest and send them to coalition government courts. in Kuron and La Delta. The prosecution works off our testimonies and records, which is why it's paramount to keep them. He taps on his coat pocket, where he keeps his notes. Not gonna ask that one. And who makes all these rules? The coalition government and the royal intern more broadly. The RCM was formed by the coalition government to restore order in the international zone after the revolution, so we did. Now we attempt to maintain that order, no more, no less. His gaze is absently fixed on a window below that just went dark. Or perhaps it's better to say we were allowed to form. It's a point of contention whether the citizens of Revachol or the coalition government founded the RCM. Say nothing. Silence, a great comment to such a conundrum. How do you think today went? Well, we inspected the victim's body, so that's good. It was not easily approachable in that state, but we did it. I would not say our initial inspection was very thorough, and we have solid leads to... I would say our initial inspection was very thorough, and we have solid leads to follow up on. In addition, we got that body down from the tree, and we performed a field autopsy on the victim. We found some things we can really work with. Moreover, you found that the hanged man wasn't just hanged, he was also shot. That was some excellent detective work. And you managed to locate and pull out the bullet, so we can get ballistics, make the gun. All of this is invaluable. It was the least I could do given all my past mistakes. The rest is up to the boys in processing. Maybe they will surprise us by doing their job for once, but I wouldn't count on it. We also performed a thorough search of the crime scene. All in all, we handled the situation very professionally. Now for the interviews. The initial was yes, well, we talked to some people. Including Everard Clare, daunting adversary if there ever was one. He wasn't particularly forthcoming with useful information, however. He's not saying much on the matter because he thinks you could have gotten more out of Everard. I'm sure I can get him to tell us more. Claire also helped you. How should I say? Remember your name. That's a relief. Big relief. It's a very serviceable name too. Moving on. Yeah, please. We talked to Joyce Messier, but didn't get any information from her. He frowns. I have a feeling Joyce knows how dangerous the situation really is. We have to get her to talk to us. If Kim is emphasizing something this much, it really must be important. Above all, though, today was exhausting. What's with all the running? You run a lot. Is that standard Precinct 41 practice? No, it's YouTube practice. I can't walk the entire time. I really have a good theory about why you're running so fast, son. Just you wait until we get up tomorrow. Well, in reality, apparently the time doesn't actually progress unless you take actions. So that's... I thought that was a factor. But, yeah. I don't know why I do the things I do, Lieutenant Kitsuragi. He nods thoughtfully, tapping his fingers on the cigarette. It's impressive, especially for a man your age, and in those heels. Thank you. He looks at your snakeskin shoes and smiles suddenly. Nice shoes, by the way. I like the green. Goes with the orange. Thank you for the compliment. We can manage it even in wooden clogs. There are uncanny running reservoirs in his body. God knows why. The Moral Intern. What is it? The Moralist International are the world's largest political organisation. He pulls on his cigarette. You know how they are, who they are. They run this place after the revolution failed. If I didn't know, how would you describe them? They're a union of centre-left and centre-right parties across the Real Belt. Our coalition government is just one of its many projects. They also run the ICP, EPIS, most intergovernmental organisations in the world. What is their symbol? Interesting question. It's a blue forget-me-not. Their motto is love, compassion, self-discipline. I think you can gauge what they mean, what they want you to think of them from that. Something kind and usual. Something almost self-explanatory. Something ominous. Something even a little feminine, but in a strict manner. Something like the dark blue, serious colour of the early night sky above them. What do you think of them? The moral intern are a fact. I try not to have opinions on facts until they change, and he looks at the city below. It doesn't look like they have that's about to happen. What do they believe in? What do they believe in? They are DeLoreans. They believe they continue the humanist project set forth by her innocent Dolores Dye 4 centuries ago. Others say they're just technocrats. Those others say they continue the humanist project set forth by Dolores Day. Who was Dolores Day? A historic figure, the author of the modern age, he thinks. You will have to look elsewhere for opinions. The subject of humanism is too abstract for me. For you, she is something painful, though it's hard to say why. I guess if I'd failed, I would have had a reaction. I have an opinion on the moral intern. Do you? The lieutenant arches his brow, then pulls on his cigarette. It's a slim white thing in his fingers. What the fuck? Like, that's out of fucking left field. That is an opinion. That is an opinion. That it's like there's no build up to that. It's just there. It is just there. There's everything. Bam. Alex Jones mode activated. Things are bad out there. We need them here, giving us the right to police Revachol. I don't agree with that. They've done an awful job here. Have you seen the place? No, this isn't humanism. That is a potentially valid point. We are stooges of the world's biggest bourgeoisie organization, protecting bourgeoisie. Bourgeois. No, bourgeoisie is the other one. The bourgeois. We are stooges of the world's biggest bourgeois organization, protecting bourgeois rights, which are not mushrooms, for the record. That's a throwback. Get me. But I don't think we are stooges. So, I feel either I don't have an opinion or that they're doing a bad job. But people are doing their best. It's like the government is doing nothing here. I either back out of this one or I make a remark. And I feel that it's appropriate to state that they are not doing a good job in this location, which is, from my experience right now, they are not doing a good job. We are in what is called the twilight of international law. The laws we claim to enforce come from the MI. Without them, we are simply vigilantes. Yeah, vigilantes sound bad. He nods. Sadly, it is what we already are to the people of Martinez. Most of them, at least, especially the Union vigilantes. I expect our job here to prove quite challenging. He looks at the roundabout. The lights of the orphan district are reflecting in his glasses, the red and golden orbs of the motorway sliding like pearls on a string, from east to west, as Revachol commutes back to the suburbs. Tomorrow is Tuesday. Monday is over. Tomorrow is Wednesday. It is currently Tuesday. It is midnight. I think I'm doing this a little late. I didn't know you smoked, Kim. I have a cigarette every night when I go over my notes. It's something of a ritual. Oh man, he looks so devastatingly cool with that cigarette. I'm not going to smoke, even though I have a quest to do it and it'll get me XP, I guess. I want to be clean and I want to be better. Right then, the debrief. Yes, he pulls on the cigarette. It's been a long and eventful day. Thank you for this. Yes, it's getting very cold now. Let's go. He puts out the stub of his cigarette and looks to the door. Let's have a... As long as you don't have a free... maybe you can make friends, I guess. I've got 2 XPs, I think. Hell on earth. I mean, it might be worth... either I can forget this one, which is kind of lame, and doesn't really do much for me. Actually, no, the perception cap raised to 5 is quite insane. That's quite good. I could unlock one of these, because I've got a spare. Yeah, just do it. Now the question is, which one do I want to internalize? Kingdom of Conscience, which is a political opinion. White Morning. At the mention of what? You see yourself from above. You're passing out on the blue tiles of the hostel room floor. Even from this distance, you can see your eyelids flutter. At the mention of what? A great white object, letting out its sweet smell like a lily of the valley. The little man's forgotten its name, but he still remembers the feeling. And look, he moves. The feeling animates him. He instinctively reaches out for the feeling's best friend. A bottle of Commodore Red. He puts on his disco clothes and gets smaller and smaller. I don't think that would benefit me. I think remembering my past will probably traumatize me, but I need to accept things and move on. Let's do it. This is gonna hurt. Thanks, Kitsuragi. He's a good guy. It's good to have people that are genuine with themselves. See you in the morning. I want to have a think over this bullet whilst I'm here before I sleep, I guess. Maybe sleeping will be good for me. Words fail to describe how rank it smells near. They should have sent a poet. Yeah. This is not the cleanest bathtub in the world, but it's cleaner than you are right now. Ah, the soap scum smell. It smells like life, at least compared to you. Run yourself a bath. Undress, close your eyes and submerge. The water is only lukewarm, but still comforting like amniotic fluid. A few beer cans are bobbing up and down alongside your flanks like sad duckies. You feel nice and lonely and so tired. Take the beer cans out, man. Now you are alone with your thoughts in the tub, but it's easier than being alone with your thoughts outside the tub. They're not even really thoughts, just assorted sensations. None of them are cute enough to focus on. Do I really want to dive into my brain whilst in water? No. No. Should I feel this. I can see this going wrong. Like, I can see me ruining myself if I dwell in the darkness. Get out. The water line recedes as you stand. You are cold now. Your clothes stick to your still moist skin. Alright. Attempt to stop the expression. This is a white check. That's interface. I can see if I can actually do anything with that. Let the mirror be for now. That might help, actually. I think if you do that, then you can... yeah, then you might well be able to actually maybe do something with the mirror a bit better. So, is there anything I can do to make me better at interfacing? I think the answer to this is going to be no. Just a feeling I get. Hmm. It is interface challenging 12. I don't. It says I can retry it, but I mean I could just, you know, give it a go here. Oh, I did it. Wow. Okay. Ooh. The faucet is quite terribly mangled, but you just might be able to twist its parts into place. You handle the chain cutters deftly, applying enough pressure, the faucet regains a recognizable shape. The steam stops. Told you that you needed those chain cutters. Everything is connected. Everything has a purpose. The mirror begins to clear slowly without you having to wipe it. Electrochemistry. No, I know I can buff my electrochemistry up. So let's let the mirror be for now, and let's put on the perfect suit, the perfect dress, to allow myself to. Oh, that does give you electrochemistry. Well, it reduces your reaction speed, which is really terrible. I might want to dodge bullets. Maybe. That's bonus electrochemistry. Does anything give me a penalty to it? No, no. So I've given myself a slight advantage. Might be. No, still not happen. It won't come off that easy. But there is progress. Is there anything I want to do without Kitsuragi? I don't think so. Hold on a minute. I wonder. It's just a weird thought because you can make the room darker, right? So maybe there is some component to. Look out. The morning light hurts your eyes. It's hazy, but you see the ocean and some war-torn buildings. Oh wow, okay. Okay. Righto. Better get some rest. Nothing beats going to sleep at... Crawling. The sheets feel at once coarse and clammy against your skin, and the bed sags beneath your weight as you stretch out and finally close your eyes. I need to remember to speak to that chap whose home we invaded. And then sleep doesn't come. Why? Maybe it's the bed's fault. Check the pillow. Its synthetic filling has separated into hard lumps. The pillowcase smells oddly. It smells of alcohol and sweat and grease. Check the blanket. It barely covers your toes, stretching over your soft belly. This is your body here, intimate and warm, breathing. Under your thrumming eyelids you see a dizzying array of colours. You won't get off this carousel quite so easily. Roll over to the other side. It's a little better. Colours, scenes, and half-formed phrases still litter your mind. Part of you is still trying to solve the case, isn't it? Who killed him? Who? Something to do with... What was it that lieutenant said? Union? And it's gone again. Your thoughts lost between the slowing brain waves. No more thoughts. Fall asleep now. Your breathing steadies. A great silence washes over you. until your eyelids twitch in your sleep and images. Images start forming. I wish I had my torch now. I guess Dreamland is gunky. Oh, it's the... Oh. No, it's that fluid. Nah, it's the ejection fluid. Gross. Oh, it's just dream. Oh, it's... I'm not sure I want to look at that. I know, it's just dream fog. Okay. Oh, no. Well, I guess I have to face this. A nice disco ball.
Do you remember the scent of your childhood?
I was born in a hospital where people usually go to die.
You're not kidding anyone, Harry. You don't remember shit. Tell me, do you remember your wife's hand on your face?
I was left.
That's right, funky baby. And you just stood there. One hand on the bottle and the other on your dick. Watching her go. Let it all be dragged away from you. Tell me, where are your friends? Human beings have friends, Harry boy. Where the hell are yours?
No, you can't get it all back. That's not how it works. You can move forward and find something else. But don't assume, and don't try to rebuild what is gone. I don't want to come back.
They were only cramping your descent into the abyss. Now they're gone. 3 times gone and never coming back. All of it. You failed. You failed me. You failed Elysium.
Okay. What? What is Elysium?
Everything. The Pale and the Isolas on the surface. The outer magnetosphere. Burning, furious truth. 8,000 years of written history. You really dropped the ball, Harry. 4.6 billion people, and you failed every single one of them. You really fucked up.
I mean, like, this just sounds like a depressive episode to me. I have talked to you before. You're the amygdala, right?
No, Harry. You were just talking to yourself.
Oh.
That's all you ever do. Even in your dreams. And the act is wearing thin. The spots on the disco ball fade around you. You'll be back in those cold snakeskins in no time. Sweating up the bed.
Stinky boy.
Hi, limbic system. Yeah, it's ancient reptilian brain is bloated corpse of a drunk, which is you. Hooray! Also, thanks limbic system for that throw-in. I can come back from this.
You're not coming back from shit. Thrashing around in that high conductivity state of yours, bumping into things and acting like a clown. Who are you kidding?
Well, I mean, that sounds desperate, but it's true. I'm trying to solve the case.
You're trying to what? I can't hear you. This is just a word dream now. Jumbled up garbage. The pictures are gone. The bed rises to meet you. A thin, sleep-like state. More glass than velvet, grinding in your head.
Something is wrong. Sleep shouldn't be this bad. This dry, this unnourishing. There's something wrong with your thoughts. Some kind of new type of hangover.
There's another type?
Oh yes, party boy. And it's worse than the one before. Just think of the shit you saw. Here it comes too. So soon already. A silent alarm goes off in your head like clockwork. Barely let you sleep at all. Time to get those clothes on, Harry. Time to go to work in the shit factory.
And that might be the same VA for the limbic system and the amygdala. Maybe. Good going, buddy. Is that how it's going to be now when I close my eyes? Yes, wait till you see the one with the chick in it. It's going to be a good one. You feel even worse this morning than you did last night. What chick? You don't know? Some broad that messed you up. It'll come to you. It always does. What the hell is going on with me? You mean, why are you so tired? Too tired and down to even think. It is worrying, isn't it? You can't be a detective like this. Detectives need to be able to think. No, that's not it. Really, I feel super good. That's not really true. Your heart's finally pumped all the speed out of your system, Buster. Time to get some more. You're too weak to say no. Uh-oh. You're too weak to say no now. Waking up is the worst part. Maybe somewhere down the line you could decline. No, I can take this. I am not going to go looking for speed. Are you sure? Ready to live as this pathetic shell of yourself for days, basically a week. Let's be honest, 2 weeks, maybe 3 weeks. You won't make it. Half the town will be dead by then. You will be fired. I can do this without speed. Half the town won't be dead. Suit yourself. Slow, sad shell man. See how you do without your spark. Well, there is a chance that his entire being. I do have a spare one. His entire existence and being is driven by drug usage, amphetamines and such. But for the benefit of himself and for his development, I don't really want to increase electrochemistry because it just makes you more susceptible to drugs. Because that skill just makes me want to take drugs every time I succeed. It's very bad. I think we're in a good place. I genuinely think Harry can recover from this. If he resists. But we're ready to start a new day of our investigation, which we will continue next time. Thank you so very much for watching, and have a wonderful day. Goodbye.